Hi guys, so some of you may have noticed the title of this series and possibly think that I've gone completely off my rocker. So let me tell you what the 12 months of Christmas is all about. Every year in our household we make gift baskets which we give to family, friends and neighbours at Christmas. And I think there's something truly wonderful about receiving homemade gifts. By their very nature they show somebody that they're worth your time and effort. So I'm going to share with you some of my makes and recipes, which by the end of the year will assemble into some of the most wonderful gift baskets, and also some goodies for you and your family too. We are going to be exploring many different crafts over the coming months, from mead making to beading, and of course some needle felting. You could choose to have a go at some of the items, or you can have a go at them all. It's entirely up to you. Some of the makes will require extra equipment, and everything will be listed out on the website. But this is a great way to get a jump on things, and it takes a lot of the stress out of what is a very busy time of year. Recipe sheets and downloads can be found on the Mums Makery website. That's mumsmakery.co.uk. And please do just take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as we will be bringing you a new episode each month. So sit back and let's take a delicious and crafty journey together over the next 12 months. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the 12 months of Christmas. And as you can see, I am outside today. It's all about wild garlic in this episode, and I'm going to show you how to identify, how to harvest and how to use this amazing and very versatile plant.
Wild garlic typically grows in early spring in damp, shady areas like this one. It has long, narrow leaves that are pointed, slightly glossy, and produces clusters of small white flowers.
So it's very important to make sure that when you're harvesting, you have permission to harvest, and to make sure that where you're harvesting, it is legal to do so. So do make sure before you start picking that you know where you're harvesting.
Wild garlic has a very strong, distinctive smell that is similar to garlic or onion, so be sure to confirm that it is the correct plant before harvesting. If you're ever unsure whether a plant is or is not wild garlic, then it's best to err on the side of caution and avoid picking it. There are some plants such as lily of the valley or bluebells that resemble wild garlic, but they are poisonous and can cause health problems if ingested. Pay attention to the flowers when they're in bloom. This may help identify the plants more clearly, but again, if you have any doubt, don't pick it.
So it's really important when you're harvesting to make sure that you don't over harvest in one area. My rule of thumb is a couple of leaves, 2 or 3 maybe, and then take a few steps and move along. That way you're not going to strip mine one particular area, and you must always leave enough behind so that it can grow. It looks like a sea of leaves, and it is a sea of leaves, but don't let that tempt you into just harvesting in one spot. So it is very early in the season and the wild garlic has yet to bloom, but you can see these little buds are the flowers, which will turn into those gorgeous sort of explosions of little white flowers.
That really is all there is to it. Just be mindful of what you're picking, how much you're picking, and where you're picking. And going out and foraging is really something lovely you can do with your family. I have my wild garlic, so it's time to head back to the Makery and turn it into something delicious.
So welcome back to the Makery kitchen today, where I'm going to show you how to take those harvests that we made and turn them into some of the most delicious garlic butter. So if you're like me and you actually give out garlic butter, or you want to give out garlic butter as part of your Christmas baskets or hampers, what I do is I don't actually make the garlic butter now. I prepare and freeze the garlic and then use it just before I'm about to give out the gift baskets and combine it with the butter then. But I'm going to show you how to make it now from start to finish. Here is the garlic that I harvested earlier, and I would generally use somewhere between 50 and 100 grams of wild garlic per 250 gram block of butter. Obviously it's personal taste. You may want your butter to be very garlicky, like I do, or you may want it very mild. So you're going to have to play with the amount, but that's what I recommend to start out with. So let's jump straight in and start making our wild garlic butter.
The first thing you're going to want to do is give everything a good wash over your sink. What I like to do is then shake it out onto a piece of kitchen towel to start absorbing the moisture. Spread the leaves out and let a lot of the water drain away. Using a nice clean tea towel, I'm going to spread the leaves out individually. This is going to further help reduce the overall moisture that is on the leaves. We really do want them quite dry. Once they're spread out, use a piece of kitchen towel and just dap them dry. You really want to just get most, or if not all, of the moisture off of the leaves before we prepare them any further. You can take this time to chop off any thick stalks if you don't want them to be part of your garlic bag. I usually seal up bags of about 50 grams. If you're going to be using about 250 grams of butter, then seal them up in 25-gram bags. Once they're in the bags, just pop them in the freezer and then they're ready to go whenever you need them. Now, to make the garlic butter, first you're going to want to chop up your garlic. Start by just chopping it up quite coarsely and then refine it down. You're going to want fairly small pieces, but I do like the look of nice large green pieces of the leaves in my butter. Start up your food processor or mixer. You're going to want your butter at room temperature. This is 250 grams of butter, and I'm just creaming it ever so lightly before I start adding in 25 grams of my chopped up wild garlic. Now, once you've got that all combined as you like it, you're going to want to make sort of a roll or a log. So I start by just shaping it with my hands a little bit, and then use the greaseproof paper to sort of roll it out and elongate it so that it's a nice sort of log of butter. You can do this in portion sizes, or you can do one large log like I'm showing you here. Because I've been handling this, I'm going to let it firm up in the fridge for a little bit before I wrap it in its final piece of greaseproof paper. This will mean that when it goes into the freezer, as this one is, the paper won't stick to the outside of the butter. Now my butter is lovely and firm. It's no risk of it sticking to the greaseproof paper, so I'm going to wrap it up in its final piece before popping it in the freezer. And what better way to use your freshly made wild garlic butter than to make yourself some garlic bread? I'm going to use my air fryer to toast myself a lovely roll topped with my garlic butter. I hope you have found this video informative, and I hope that it has inspired you to make some wild garlic butter. Thank you very much for choosing to spend your time with me today. Please do give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, and tune in next month for the next episode of the 12 Months of Christmas.